Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the UK League Championship for Game 2 as we have ourselves an absolute doozy. XL versus MNM. Two of our top teams from the spring split will be going head-to-head in Week 1, looking for a spot in that final, and also looking to take on the current tower champions, Fnatic Rising.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is definitely going to be a big fight. These are two of our powerhouse teams, made top 4 in the last split, so I'm going to be interested to see which one can come out ahead, and we do have actually our MVP for the last game.
Yep, here fight, obviously jungle from Diabolus, and I mean 5.3 KDA. He had a really good game on that. At least it was very active. Outside of that one top lane dive that we'll forgive you because the rest of the game was really, really good.
A couple of little mistakes, but for the most part, he made a lot of proactive pressure, and he was the big key to making them have a strong early game, which they needed against the scaling composition. But going into our next matchup, I want to see the teams being proactive.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I want a really active game. I mean, we've got so many good lanes. I want to look at this bot lane key, though. We had Yusa, who looked really, really good when he was on Diabolus in the last split. We have Shogun, who I think is one of the most improved supports since last year. But this is probably the test of a lane.
Yeah.
You're going up into Kasing and Hyanan.
I mean, we say Kasing and Hyanan, it was Kasing and Special yesterday.
You're right, yeah. But either way, that's pretty rough.
That's pretty good.
Even if it's special, that's a pretty rough lane.
It's
I don't think we'll see
lane.
Yasuo. I think Yasuo's going to be kind of banned because a lot of teams showed yesterday that they're capable of playing this. We know Fnatic are capable of it. They've already pulled it off last season.
Yeah.
So I feel like Yasuo is probably something you just won't see for a long, long time here in the UK.
Yeah.
I want to see it. Don't get me wrong. I really want to see it. It's really fun to watch. But I think a lot of teams respect what they're capable of. We saw Yusa's Yasuo, and it definitely wasn't Special's Yasuo.
No, by no means. There was a little bit of mistakes with it, but I feel like I'm hoping we get a 2v2 with AD carries and support and see how they go toe-to-toe. I know that Yusa and Shogun personally will see this as a massive challenge and opportunity to prove themselves, going up against Splice's former bot lane in Hyanan and Kasing, who have a lot of synergy, a lot of experience, and also so much LCS experience.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning of the broadcast, you talked about how Fnatic were kind of that benchmark team that everyone wants to kind of look towards. But I think when you look towards bot lane, XL have the benchmark bot lane.
Yeah.
This is the lane that if you can be, first of all, it's just a confidence boost as well, more than anything. I'm sick of saying confidence boost because we're only like day 2, but we've used it so many times. But it really is. It's like getting a win over these two, or like having a good lane versus these two, really, really shows the strength of a bot lane.
Week 1 is not going to really influence things too much. It does make a difference. It's nice to collect points, especially at this early stage, but there is still so much opportunity to make them up in further weeks. But setting your team off to a strong start, getting the confidence, knowing where you stand and improving, that is all things you can start off in this first week. So I think you're right. The confidence is going to be a big thing. If you can prove that you can go toe-to-toe with the best bot lane in the UK, I mean, is there anything you can't do?
I do believe MNM aren't running chips today as well.
Yeah, they have. Name of the mid laner has escaped me. We'll see
we'll
when it comes up.
We'll bring out the rosters in a second.
They are running with their sub mid, and actually, it's due to Chips not being able to make the game. And it is actually not just a surprise substitution. They have played with this substitute mid laner. It was actually Yusa who said more than they played with Chips and scrims.
Okay,
because Chips has been unavailable recently, so they have a lot of experience playing with him.
And he's playing into Special. Again, it's another kind of really strong mid laner we've got in the UK. Chips obviously was our MVP, and he had a fantastic game yesterday. But, you know, Special's been off for most of last split, playing off on the main team.
European region.
Yeah, some small thing. But he's come here back to where, you know, us big fries are, not the small fries.
The big
he wants to kind of strut his stuff, because remember when Special was consistently playing in the UK for XL, he was one of the top mids we had in this entire scene.
And when he was on Misfits as well, he managed to win the split twice. So pretty strong performances both times. He is absolutely an all-star mid, arguably one of the best, if not the best in the league. So I think he is the one to beat. And it's a bit rough coming in as a substitution and having to go up against that, but MNM are confident in their sub-mid laner, and it just comes down to how well the team play around him and facilitate him.
I mean, you say rough, I say it's an opportunity. We saw this from the likes of Jakamaka last season, where he was the sub, got put in, had an incredible performance, and then made it as the starting AD for this season. So, you know, if you have a good game versus Special, you kind of put the game on your back and carry. It isn't just the kind of like, oh, now I have to play versus XL as the sub. This is your chance to kind of prove yourself. This is your proving ground.
Yeah, and hopefully he manages to take this opportunity. I think the draft is going to be a big thing. Matchups are going to be very important. We saw quite a stylistic draft coming out from XL, similar to the G2 flexes on flexes on flexes. It was very hard to place exactly which champion went where up until the final point, and we did end up seeing it was the Yasuo Gragas bot lane, Hawkeye mid, Trundle jungle, and then the Nico top, but those are all champions that can be flexed pretty heavily, and I think it makes it very difficult to pin down which lane you're playing into, and it worked quite successfully for them. I want to see what can be done in response by MNM, if they can flex in return, or if they just have answers that they feel like can deal with everything in the XL playbook.
That's the thing I want to look at is, do MNM actually have the flexibility that XL have? Will they have picks that they can kind of rotate around the map, or are they going to have to play a little bit more kind of the more kind of to the book version, where they kind of go, okay, we want our proper bot lane, we want our proper mid lane, we want our proper like tanky top lane or something like that? Or do you think they have what it takes? I mean, only Angel is a carry player, he's capable of it. So
yeah,
and head into picks and bans, see what they decide to ban away here. I'm expecting to see Yasuo as he gets taken off straight away.
Very quickly taken off the cards. And speaking of only Angel, I feel like that's probably where the closest matchup is between these two teams. Just talking about individual skill on paper, I think Only Angel and Sendo, arguably, you could even say that Only Angel is above Sendo in terms of skill. And from what we've recently seen, I think in every other role, XL is pretty stacked. But MNM playing solid as a team, that full UK lineup, they're confident. They have banned away Yasuo and Nico, two of the picks that were taken yesterday by XL. Karma taking off the cards that wasn't played by MNM, but they are prepared to keep that one out of their hands.
All right, what is going to be next here for XL? What do they want to take away from MNM? There's a lot open. That Caitlyn that we saw used to play yesterday, that could be a deny pick. They decided to go for the Aurelia, pretty standard ban.
Yeah, was their ban that they did yesterday. They did also ban Olaf and Victor, but they were on blue side, and the Victor was very specific up against D.Va, so I doubt we will see that one again. We are looking at MNM here.
Sykes is the mid, by the way.
Sykes is the mid.
I'm sure anyone else has already seen that if they were really curious, but there you go.
Or is it Syke?
All right.
Okay, whatever.
No one actually knows Chivs' name, so maybe Syke is just Chivs. That's his real name.
You just tried to decide. No, it is. We do have confirmation. It is a different mid laner. Sykes will be playing for them, and we see the Sejuani coming out as the third ban. That was not picked up by XL, but we did see a lot of prevalence. Only Angel very quickly going for that Aatrox, which you saw so much success from him on that champion. Big thing is Elise is available. That was banned against MNM yesterday. It is on the cards, but Taxa could pick it himself, but he does tend to favor things like this Gragas more so. We now look to them to see what they will secure for those two picks. I expect to see something that you can flex pretty heavily.
Having a long time to think about this here for XL. They're deciding where do they want to go? What do they want to be picking up? They lock in the Olaf. Could go top, could go jungle.
I like this because they left the Elise open, which was banned away against MNM. Olaf has a decent matchup into Elise because once you hit 6, there's very little the Elise can do. Plus, pre-6, you have various powerful all-ins. They could pick the Sona here. Sona Taric is an option, and it's very powerful with the Olaf. Yonic, well, definitely Kasing showed he was willing to play at last split, even in playoffs up against Fnatic. But instead, they are going to look towards that Yuumi. That champion would very happily sit on top of an Olaf.
That's what I was about to say. With the Olaf, it's really good. I was also going to kind of talk about Elise for Nulti. That is not a thing I want to see again. Like, he had multiple times where it just...
Hey, the problem was, it was a level 2 Elise on the Scuttlecraft. Now he's going to be level 3 before it spawns.
Oh, okay.
So it's a completely different game, but they're now looking to MNM. Lux is available, something that was played by Shogun yesterday. It will be locked up again. The question is going to be, what will they take here? They could take an 80 carry for you, so they could take a jungler to match. Trundle is an option, an old school counter into Olaf, just draining away those stats, and we did see it played by XL themselves yesterday, but instead, looking towards that Sivir, which has been very high priority, and that is a mega scaling lane for Houston Shogun.
The Yarden special, that's the Heimerdinger. Oh, that is, oh my god, that is scary. So fun.
That is so scary. That is the pick that can beat top teams in the world, and has been brought out on the UKLC stage.
That's a lot of respect towards MNM. They know that MNM are one of the top teams here in the UK scene, so not pulling any punches. They're going for the Yuumi and the Heimerdinger in the bot lane. Now, there is a chance that this goes mid or top.
Yeah,
but it's Hjarnan, man. Like,
yeah, we know Hjarnan is going to be playing it.
We know this is Hjarnan who's going to be pulling this out.
Yeah,
all right, what's the bans, though? They ban away the Zinzao. Don't want to give Nulti that. That's another pick, but actually, I'm kind of glad they banned away from Nulti, to be fair.
They could ban away the the Elise. But I feel like with the Olaf, you're pretty comfortable into that. Maybe they look towards a Trundle. On the side of MNM, I feel like you ban away things like the Fiora for that solo lane matchup in the top lane. That was what they banned away yesterday, and it does get taken off the cards. Camille is also an option. They need AD for their composition of XL. You play the Camille top and mid. It's a great flex that would leave you to have counter pick at the end to decide where it goes. So that could be a good second ban for MNM. Question's going to be, what will XL take off the cards?
Yeah, one more ban apiece here between both XL and MNM. XL definitely having a longer pick phase. They really are thinking hard about what they want to be playing and what they want to be denying from their opponents. They take away the Cannons. They don't want to have that big team fight synergy. You do keep in mind that the
Aatrox is a flex.
Can go flexible.
So
yeah.
it is technically a flex. They are respecting that. With the Sivir, there is a ton of engage. I still expect to see the Aatrox go on top, though. And now it comes down to what MNM want to ban. I think Camille could be a decent shout. I think other than that, I'm not too sure. It comes down to what the cautious of. They actually get rid of the Akali. So scared that either Special or Sendo could play that one and have a lot of power. Now goes to XL's first pickup. I'd like to see something here that can be flexed just to keep up the options. That Camille is a big one for me. It can be played mid, can be played top. But instead, they're looking at the TF.
Go for that Twisted Fate. I am so excited to see these picks, man. Like, we're seeing some real LEZ picks coming up here. We haven't seen any TF here in the UK so far. Question to me is this going to be like the Triforce Wits End TF, or is it going to be like a flat AP TF?
I think probably the Triforce TF. You need the extra AD on your composition. The extra range on the stuns is nice as well. Plus, you're up against a Sivir. If you go the AP TFs, you can spell shield a lot of that damage. You can't really spell shield auto attacks. I mean, you can't spell shield auto attacks at all. We see Nolty pick up the Elise. Not too surprised, it is a big pick for him, was banned away yesterday. Although, remember, Olaf is not going to be too difficult in that matchup. Early levels, if you land a Cocoon, sure. But post 6, he is fine in that 1v1.
All right, one more pick, and it's looking like they're looking towards... Actually, a top laner here.
No,
it's not. Mid?
It's mid. Rumble has really started to pop off. It is so strong. The base damage is huge. The ult is such a strong team fight ability. And actually, into a pick like TF, you have control of the wave to shove and a lot of team fighting power. So that is most likely going to be a mid pick. And I'm going to be interested to see how Special fares against it, because there is a lot of power, particularly in the mid game and in team fights.
And the Gangplank to round it out. We got double Pirates here. They're not running the triple. They need that extra gold, man. What are they doing?
Why didn't they go Graves instead of...
I mean, also MNM, they've already got 2 Demon. So actually, they can't strip mana away.
A bit unfortunate, but you see the comps open up. So I'm looking towards top lane. Only Angel was very strong on that Aatrox. Sendo looking more to scale up and also has a bit of a range advantage. Mid jungle, it's going to be a lot about who can influence the map more in the early levels. And then mid lane, I feel like this is a favored matchup towards Rumble. Just his base damage in the levels before TF gets items is going to be great. And the problem is you're going to have a bit of a trickier time shoving it out against him, because that Flame Spitter just does such an easy job. So it limits your roaming potential. Bot lane, on paper, I'd like to say, you know, Sivir Lux have a lot of shove potential, but you're up against Yuumi Heimer and it's Shannon's Heimer. I mean, this is not going to be fun. They need to be so clean and dodge away from the skill shots. And the problem is, very hard to dodge away from a Yuumi.
There's also 6 teleports in this game.
Yeah.
There's going to be a fight where just everybody ports in and it's just a pile drive. I'm so excited for this fight.
Yeah, me too. And
I mean, to be fair, the Heimerdinger is running it just for lane, but there will be... I'm hoping there's a point where we see 6 teleports all go off at once.
It's just like
3 on 1 minion each, and just
yeah.
everybody ports in.
I'd be pretty hyped. I'm ready for it. But yeah, I think this game is very much be based on the junglers in the early levels and how they influence the map. And then also, like you said, those TPs. A lot of these champions, if you join a fight, are going to make a massive impact. The big advantage for me is that XL have a Gangplank and a TF. They have global ultimates that are going to be able to facilitate their team. If you go for a play, you need 4 seconds to channel your TP. The ult can come down almost instantly, Gangplank ult in particular, and that can definitely turn the swings of things. And I think the hard thing for me is, how are you ever going to punish this Heimer Yuumi? You have to be able to engage in the Heimer, and his turrets can block away skill shots. And the other big thing is that if you do finally get on top of it, he places turrets down, and then you have the GP ult on top. TF comes flying in. It's not what you want to do. It's going to be difficult for Nolty to find somewhere to impact the map. I feel like you might have to look towards that mid lane or potentially top, because bot might be a no-go zone.
Well, I want you guys at home to get involved in the conversation, so make sure to use that hashtag UKLC over on Twitter at LVPUKLOL, because I want to hear what you guys think about the plays, the good, the bad, the ugly. Send me them. I want to see every bit of action and what you guys love seeing. just want you to do my job, but, you know.
Honestly, I hype people off for Hjarnen's Heimer
I'm
in the
so
UK
hyped
scene.
for Hjarnen's Heimer.
Yeah.
That's actually that's a bit of a tongue twister in its own right.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Hjarnen itself, the word is pretty tricky.
I mean, our producer put the J in, the fool.
Hjarnen.
Hjarnen. He was like, who's this here Hjarnen guy?
Yeah, I'm sure I've heard Hjarnen before.
Alrighty, well, Sendo running the Grasp of the Undying top lane. Makes sense into the likes of an Aatrox, means you have a bit of sustain, and you do a lot of damage with that Grasp as well. So, not going for the Kleptomancy.
Helps you scale up, but also makes your trading better in the 1v1. Klepto is fine if you have a free lane. I don't think playing into an Aatrox is a free lane. You see that Rumble come out mid. The TF has gone Klepto, which is standard for an ADTF, but it's not 100% confirmed yet. I do expect that to come out, though. And
Also,
Sendo and Tax are actually going for an invade here. All that very strong level 1, arguably one of the strongest level 1 junglers in the game, and they are going to take away this blue buff from Nulty.
I think for MNM are even aware this is happening as well. There were no pings thrown down, so Tax are just going to take this for free. There's no vision on this side of the map, and maybe there'll be a slight giveaway by Sendo returning to lane.
And this is something
pings come out.
If you look at the minimap, you see two pretty well-placed wards. One in the Pixel Brush coming out from XL, and then one just a bit lower than that. It's just interesting that MNM haven't opted to go for any wards themselves. I do think it may well have been the sweeper from Taxa that cleared out the ward placed by you. So I expect that is what happened. But it just means there's no vision for MNM in the early levels. Definitely in favor of XL if they want to make things happen.
Well, that shove you were talking about from Hjarnen and Kasing in this bot lane with the Heimerdinger Yuumi. Definitely coming into full fruition here as they've hit level 2 before Shogun and Yusa.
I mean, to be honest, Yumi's shove isn't even that good. It's just a Heimer.
Yeah.
He has so much power, and obviously in a traditional situation, we have completely even skilled bot lanes. Things can go a bit differently, but I am absolutely favoring this bot lane over towards XL just because Sean and Heimer is world class.
Yeah. I mean, you do have to keep in mind, though, once a few levels do get hit onto Yusa and Shogun, they should be able to clear out these towers with relative ease and from a relative safe distance, but that kind of push that the XL bot lane have mounted for themselves at the moment will slowly become less and less of a problem as these ricochets will just be able to bounce around between all of the towers. The spell shield does mean that you can avoid the damage to the rockets.
Yeah, absolutely. It does mean that you have some way of avoiding Kasing's Prowl and Projectile as well. The shield from Shogun comes in big too. You see both junglers trading these Scuttle Crabs on the other side of the map. Remember, Nulty has no blue buff available, and you can see that reflecting his mana. He's actually going to look to invade here, just to get to ward up, and then he might be looking towards mid lane, but I think he is spotted out by that ward in the river, so just going to recall here. No blue buff picked up for him, so Taxa did manage to pull off his triple buff.
It's a solid start there for Taxa as he's picking up that blue buff right now. Got himself a slight lead just off those buffs he's been able to pick up, but the question for me is Nulty has a very good early on this Elise. We saw PFI the game before get MVP just for how well his Elise was, how proactive he was on the map. And Nulty needs to replicate the same. It is that level 3 mark now that you were talking about, the kind of major strength of Elise, which has a full combo.
Yeah, she has 6 abilities where most champions only have 3, so a great position to be in. He has just cleared out his Raptors. Not sure. I think that's for the first time. Not 100% certain. Yeah, 6. Yeah, so his Krugs have just spawned up. I'm not 100% on that. 100% certain on that. Don't quote me on that. But I feel like now he has to start looking for a gank. It's when you want to start impacting the map. He does have some good vision control around the mid lane top side. So he might be looking for special in mid lane. Remember, this is no cleanse on that TF. No way of getting out from that cocoon. But instead, he's going towards the top side.
The rough lane to gank because of the oranges on Sendo. Sendo's actually starting to run a little low on mana already. Popped himself a Q to the minion. Just got into that parlay. Does have enough mana for an orange if needs be, and he's just going to take the nice safe base away. Nulty wasted a little bit of time there.
A lot of respect coming out. On the way pings coming in from Taxa, he wants to make a gank in the top lane by waiting in the brush. TP comes out from Sendo, and actually,
they're
gank's coming in.
That's going to be the cocoon flashed away. Special. Hands himself a gold card onto Sykes as well. Sends him packing.
Pretty free gank, and on an immobile TF to take away his flash is definitely a big factor. Nulty, clean as anything with that cocoon. Didn't look for the predict, but he did burn the Summoner spell.
Oh, you can see Yusa now falling behind in CS. 8 CS deficit currently is. We've got about 3 minions, left to pick up. Sendo based up, got himself the Sheen, so he has that additional mana to work with. Early Gangplank, before you get the Sheen, your mana is such a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be able to put some extra damage in the trade. And you can see Only Angel picked up the Tabby, and he's actually TPing behind. Nolty's here as well. Sendo could be in trouble.
Yeah, they spot him out on that ward, though, and Sendo's just going to start running away. Does have himself his ulti as he gets caught inside the Infernal Chains. The flash over the wall, and Sendo now making a break for it. Forces the ulti out, and now Taxa might just turn for Nolty. Throws out a Cocoon. He's only level 4, so he's going to have to take up into the skies for the moment, but he doesn't have anywhere to go. Flashes over the wall, a parlay to the back of the head, and Sendo secures the kill.
Great bait, and then Taxon special coming in shows why you have to respect this team composition. There's so much global pressure coming out. And Yoni, he's actually looking for something here. The stun.
Oh, he's got himself the rockets, and Shogun goes low, but not low enough. Still had flash and heal.
This is such a frustrating lane to play against. You could see the speed coming in for Shannon, so you could set up with that stun. Didn't quite connect it. Good dodge from Shogun, but getting them low enough that they have to recall. He's just going to TP back in and pick up this wave.
That pink ward by XL was crucial.
Look top lane, gank coming in.
Yeah, they actually are looking for some action here on to Only Angel. He's half HP, already used his flash, and it looks like he's going to get his way out. Did miss the action, but we didn't miss the kill, so that's fine.
Yeah, so fortunately it was just a flash, and actually the ultimate burn as well for the movement speed from Only Angel to get away from that one. Does mean he has to be very careful playing around this gangplank. Kianan moving back in the lane. He's almost like a rock, impossible to shove out. Especially before he used to get some items behind his ricochets.
All right, well, XL definitely been very active on the map already. Pulled himself a 2,000 gold lead over MNM.
Yeah, 2 big factors with the gold difference is remember that Gangplank gets extra gold for the parlay. Special gets extra gold from his passive and from the Kleptomancy. That is going to push the gold a bit in their favor. And you can see those are the 2 lanes where the significant goldies have come out. But there is still a gold difference in the jungle and a slight one in bot.
A big trade comes through. They don't actually have that level 6, but on the hunt gets used, and Kianan just provides himself as a taxi service to get Kasing out.
Just lacking damage really to punish Kasing there. They tried their best. But if you can't burst the Yuumi, especially without Shogun 6, he's just going to jump inside the Heimer and that's it done. Oh, great bait there.
Oh, such a good bait. Into the rockets, into the damage. Yusa
oh, Roots come out.
Binding, the final chapter gets used. Kianan's low. He uses his ulti. The rockets are doing so much damage and the burning is there. It's going to be a laser to the back of the head. And Kasing secures the kill.
Yeah, Yusa makes a big mistake there. You overcommit thinking you can take down Shannon. The healing coming out from the Yuumi was enough to bait him forwards, and he does get destroyed. Taxa now going to look for this Mountain Dragon. He's actually backing off. I think he's playing with a bit of respect and wanting to give this blue over to Special, who is running a bit low on mana.
I believe he was clearing a ward, and it was set off by someone else. I'm not sure who.
Could be the Balmy Cinder.
It would be the Balmy Cinder. That'd be what did it. Well, they're going to get that blue buff over to Special, who's about to get his ultimate as well. Destiny will be up soon. He'll be able to join into the fray. Again, I mean, he had a very good first ult. Yes, it didn't give him an assist or anything, but he was there to kind of cut Nolty into a really unfavorable position.
And my big concern is that the flash is actually coming up pretty soon for Special. That first gank was fine, but you've done nothing to capitalize on it from the position on ulti, so it's a bit concerning for me that his entire early game impact pre-6 was this one flash from Special, and it's about to come back up again with nothing more being done to punish him.
Alrighty, well, Only Angel, just in this top lane, has stayed even in CS to Sendo. Some have argued this is maybe one of the weaker spots for XL's roster. They've done a good job to make sure he stay relevant and in this game as Nolty's making himself known in the top side. Gets himself to the tri-bush and
he's seeing Taxa here. They're looking for him.
Do have the damage. They cancel the base. They get the knock-up down. Taxa does have the Ragnarok, forced to use it. That's going to be the ulti, and Nolty secures the kill as he repels upwards into Sendo's face.
I think Taxa was just caught shopping. There is no other way to explain it. He ulted so late there, flashed too late as well. Good punish coming out from MNM. Actually, they are looking for Yusa here.
On the hunt gets used in the bot lane. Yusa is low. He doesn't have flash. Forced to go golden for the moment. Shogun misses the binding. Destiny gets used and special flashes in for a gold card to the head, but not enough to secure the kill, but they're chasing for a kill onto Sendo. Only Angel uses the ulti. He grabs aggro for the moment as Nulti does have that repel if need be. Only Angel secures the kill in that top side, and now they're starting to look very comfortable. Yarnan flashes in, gets himself the stun and secures a kill.
Yeah, and Sean and Kasing are going hard on this bot lane. MNM getting punished. You did not respect the Heimer. It can often draw a first rotation ban, but the first rotation pick is punishing MNM. Even after the good play they make topside to punish Sendo.
0-2 on Yusa, 2-0 on Yarnan. All of those kills being picked up on the key people. Even got a kill for the Yuumi for a little bit of bonus gold as well.
Yeah, and I mean, gold is actually really efficient on the Yuumi. You can afford just to fully invest in a lot of AP or utility, you know, things like your Athenians, and then following up with a lot of Forbidden Idols for the extra AP, because there is no reason to build defensively on the Yuumi because you're always going to be tied to someone else. I actually see a bit of a switch up with only Angel and Sendo both covering mid, and Sykes will head towards the top side on that Rumble. Is the ADTF. I've seen the trifles come out. We didn't expect it.
I was pretty expected, yeah. The Witsend's really nice as well because he's into a Rumble, so...
Yeah, into a Rumble at least.
Yeah, really nice for him. At the moment, he's actually into an Aatrox too. They've sent Only Angel into this lane, and the Rumble's gone topside.
Yeah, into the gangplank. Feeling more comfortable in that matchup right now.
Also, it helps with some of this itemization as well. They actually find themselves a pick onto one. Nulti forced to go up into the air. Only Angel trying to chase, and Nulti flashes over the wall. Makes himself a grand escape, and Shogun comes forward with a shield. Now they actually look to turn it onto Only Angel, who Umbral dashes over the wall. Get himself to safety, and XL unable to find that kill.
Very close one on Nulti. Does manage to make the escape, but this gives over a ton of pressure for this Dragon, and with the Heimer, it's so easy to take these neutral objectives.
They know it's happening for MNM, but it's going to have to be a miracle final spot by Shogun if they want to secure that objective. Only Angel making his way down as well. The Ragnarok isn't available for the moment. That's something to keep your eyes on. Kasing gets caught by the Infernal Chain. Only Angel comes over. The final spark's there. That's not going to be the Baron secured, but the Yuumi is dead. Only Angel pops the ulti, takes a big ult to the face, and a heal as the Cannon Barrage cannot seal the deal. XL get themselves a Drake, but lose their support.
Yeah, not the time you want to be outside of one of the players on your team. Singh gets caught out, and Only Angel going for a very aggressive play that pays off completely. And it's once again his Aatrox, which was the MVP pick for them yesterday, coming out huge in this game already.
Well, Sykes has made his way back into the mid lane. Feeling comfortable back here as they've sent Only Angel to the top side of the teleport. The plating will be falling off soon. No turrets have gone down yet, but some plates have been taken for XL in both the top and the bot lane.
Yeah, and that's been a big part of their goal lead they've already managed to establish. Now he's going to look for this Rift Tile to try and put things back in their favor. And it looks like he should be able to pick this one up for free. Taxa is currently clear in the red. Won't be much contention right now, unless Sean and Kasing start to move over, but it's very low already.
Place the wards, they know it's happening, but there is a blast cone. Actually, Taxa going to come over the wards, a little bit too late. Nulti unable to pick up the eye. That's going to be the ulti thrown down by Yusa. They've got themselves the eye, and it looks like MNM quite happy just to walk away from this.
Yeah, absolutely, you take that one. Does mean, however, that they have to send someone bot lane. A lot of damage is going to be done to this bot lane tower by Sendo. Past 14 minutes. It's pretty squishy. I think with the Sheen, he can just take that one.
Stinger Sheen means he has the attack speed and the bonus damage to deal with that. This will be first turret blood for XL in this bot lane.
So yeah, they got the Reptile, they secured it, but they got no kills in the skirmish afterwards, and they give up a tower in return. So got to favor XL on this one. Almost at a 4,000 gold lead on top of that Mountain Dragon.
They're looking for that binding. Do find a Boomerang Blade onto Hyanan, but the Zoomies will heal him up nice and safe. The Shogun takes the Prowling Projectile. Poke him low, but Taxa is looking to try and make something happen. The ward's been placed so they know he's there.
I mean, what can you do? Your jungler's on the other side of the map. They are having Sykes to come up, and there are TPs available on him. but you have to be concerned. Special moving over as well. He has the ult.
Destiny
He is going to pop it.
Panic projectile lands onto Yusa. Yusa uses his ulti. Sorry, his spell shield, but it's just not enough. Kjarnan on top of the fire, being cooked down. Forced to use the gold card into the final.
Oh, great timing!
Shogun
He gets a
secures a double kill on the Lux. It's absolutely massive as he's getting himself stunned up for the moment by the gold card. He gets cut down as it's a 2 for 2.
2 for 3. Still a very favorable trade coming out for XL, but Shogun managed to make it somewhat worth. And actually, Sendo going to look. This wave will manage to clear some of it out, but damage going to be done to this tower. That could have been a lot worse for MNM. Shogun's ult was absolutely massive.
Cannon Barrage gets used preemptively to try and clear out the wave. Only Angel tries to tank the tower for a little bit as ulti has to go up into the sky.
Wait, Naughty could be in trouble
Watermelons to the back of the head. That's a parlay. Misses out on the knock-up here for Only Angel. He finds the next one. The cocoon and the orange comes down. And Sendo hot on the heels here for Nolty. There's no cone. He can just flash Q if he needs to. Nolty's trying to make his way out, and he does. Sendo doesn't want to commit, doesn't want to throw too much. He did see Yusa was in the mid lane, who's also trying to secure a tower for his team. Let's have a little look at that play from earlier, though.
Yeah, so Yusa, I mean, at this point, you're just dead. There's no way you're getting out this one. Tries to do as much damage to Shannon as possible. And then Kasing backs up because he was tanking tower. Good stopwatch by Shannon, but the perfect timing on the ult from Shogun not only gets Shannon, but also hits Kasing as well. But then the Olaf and the ADTF are just too strong for those AP champions to do anything against. And they will go down. Unfortunate that Shogun flashed and still goes down. But that ultimate was perfectly timed because I believe Shannon had flash there. If you gave him the opportunity to flash when he came out the stopwatch, he would have gotten away with that.
Yeah, it was really, really big there. It's some good for the side of XL. Oh, sorry, MNM. XL did still come out favorably with the kills. The Luden's Echo has now been finished up onto Kjarnan. The Wit's End is finished up on Special. He's feeling very, very comfortable, but they are still doing a good job to defend this turret in the mid lane as ever. Nolty takes a big trade to his face.
It's so hard to deal with this poke at this point because I feel like you need Yusa there to wave clear, but with just an Essence Reaver, you don't really have that much. And Shannon can just constantly shove you in and apply poke, and it's so difficult to deal with. We'll start to cut through the wave now, but you have to respect that damage coming out.
Well, the final spark is now available against Shogun once again. He's just doing his best to poke and prod Kjarnan and Kasing, but Mana Bar's still very comfortable for Kasing, so he can just keep Kjarnan healed up at all times.
Absolutely, and look at that poke. It's just so difficult to deal with. Double comment on the bot lane. Perfect for this situation.
Actually, Destiny's been thrown down.
Yeah,
Shogun gets the cannon barrage. The redemption's there. That is just going to be the end of days. Sendo secures the kill with a Q. This should just be mid lane turret going down.
Yeah, and gotta give credit to Special. He has constantly made these really effective ults. Found kills or assists almost every single one he's used. And once again, manages to pick off Shogun. This bot lane for MNM has really been struggling with the pressure from this Shannon and Kasing duo.
Also looking for the cocoon, but he actually does take the grenade, stunning him up. These towers just doing so much work here for Kjarnan. Yusa has to be very, very careful as he takes the meteor.
Got to clear the wave here, but Jeff will get. Ooh.
He goes for it going in. That's actually nearly the carpet laid down, but burns him a little bit.
Yeah, went to the stone card onto Nolty, and then Nolty repelled at the perfect time. Sykes' ultimate will be enough to force him up and get the flash, but I feel like that tower is now definitely going down with the next wave.
Shogun is back alive, but the tower's very low. He'd have to commit a final spark and have Yusa with him, so yeah, that's going down.
Absolutely. So XL maintaining their objective pressure. They've got all the dragons so far this game. They've got 3 towers, all of the outer ones, and it's just so difficult to engage onto Sean and Kasing, and they just constantly keep every lane shoved in for now. I feel like if MNM manage to scale up a bit more, get some items behind Yusa, they'll be in a better position. But right now, they are really struggling to make anything happen on the map.
They're going to push this wave in. Maybe they can get a little bit of chip damage, but Yusa still doesn't really have too much damage. He's 0-3. He's down 1,600 gold. Kjarnan.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just been this consistent pressure from this Heimer, and there's a reason his Heimer is so feared worldwide, and we are seeing it right now.
Well, 19 minutes on the clock. Next Drake is going to be that Cloud Drake. Nice one when you've got the Olaf, and you're playing into the Civet as well. Just give you that little bit extra bonus movement speed. Might be enough just to disengage a key member.
will say it could be a lot worse for MNM. If those 3 dragons they had were more mountains and infernals, that would be really scary. The 1 mountain is significant though, because the Baron is so fast for their composition. With the ADTF, with the Olaf, and the Heimer, you really have to be cautious, because if you let go of vision for 2 seconds, they will take it. And you actually see an assist ping coming out from the blue side. MNM wary that this could happen. They want to get some vision in the area.
Oh, they're looking for the cocoon onto Hyun and doesn't actually find its mark here. Only Angel's going for a fight into Sendo. He will come out on top here. Throws out the ulti as well. Cannon barrage to boot. Sendo's got the barrels to work with, but that is going to be Only Angel with a solo kill in the bot lane.
Just absolutely massacred him. I felt like Sendo might look to flash over the wall, but he did not take that opportunity. Burns the ult as well, so Only Angel doing his lion's share of work to make MNM still relevant in this game.
World Ender was big. Gave him the movement speed, gave him the lifesteal to make that trade go for him. See, Sendo has got himself the Triforce, has got himself the Jagram's Fist, so building towards the...
Sterex.
Thank you, Sterex Gauge. I've seen a few people actually opt more into the Ghost Blade, like full lethality build, because crit's quite unreliable to build at the moment on
Yeah,
Gangplank.
you can also go Triforce Essence Reaver just for instant 40% CDR.
Yes.
But I feel like you're already going to do a lot in teamfights just from your ult. You need to build so that you can handle the Aatrox in the 1v1, because as we saw, right now he can't.
So what does he build?
I think the Sterex is good, because for the all-in, you're going to be able to survive against it. A GA is a decent option as well.
Yeah. And
potentially building something that offers him more wave clear wouldn't hit. I mean, any AD is going to help with that. I think he was just over Zealous pushing too far forwards. And actually, they're going to go make an engage on Yusa.
Yeah, Yusa pops himself the ulti. They can't find the mark with the gold card. Yusa does lose his ulti, but Destiny was used there.
The big thing there was that Yusa held his spell shield for that entire circumstance, because he knew if he uses his spell shield, he will get stunned. Special held it for as long as he could, but Yusa didn't fall for the bait and was able to back off. Ult for ult, I've got to favor XL here, because the On the Hunt is such a useful teamfight ult, but with the amount of CDR he has from the Essence Reaver, it's going to not be too long before it comes up.
Well, Nolty does get spotted out on the ward, and they just get a little bit of poke. It's quite hard to find their kill, find that mark. At the moment, the game's definitely taken a little bit of a slower pace into these post-20-minute stage where XL, they don't want to make silly mistakes. There were a few yesterday. They want to be clean, especially versus one of the kind of arguably top 4 teams coming into the summer split. They were definitely top 4 in the spring. Don't want to throw this game out the window versus MNM.
Absolutely. Looks like Sendo will reset because he has to cover the wave bot, but they had 5 members around this Baron just to establish this, but they couldn't.
Oh, no! See you later, Noe.
Yeah, goodbye. Do you see... Sendo actually used the ult to try chase down Only Angel there, but wasn't able to do anything more. Nolty just got absolutely popped there on the Elise, and he just didn't respect the fact he was so low on HP. And there's a lot of beers coming out from the Heimer right now with Ludens. Actually, Shogun could be in trouble.
Final chapter has been used
Great
there, but
binding.
a great binding by Shogun. Means that's not going to be enough. The powering projectile bar special means the gold card comes out. The equalizer used to clear the minions and do a bit of damage to XL. A lot was used by both teams to disengage and engage.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it is concerning not having a Rumble anymore. They are looking for more. Remember that now the rapid fire cannon has been picked up by Special. He has so much more range on that yellow card. It's so difficult to deal with, and that's why Shogun did get caught out a bit there. They're going to head over to Baron. I think they might just start up. Remember, they have a Mountain, they have a Heimer. This is going to be very fast. Looks like they're going to back off and look for picks instead.
But they're going for it. Destiny's being used. He's trying to deliver in. Sykes goes gold, and the Redemption is going to get thrown out, and Sykes gets caught up and stunned. Instantly taken out by Sendo, and now Special barreling in. That final chapter's not quite available, and Yusa just forced the flash. Shogun, he just recognizes he's dead, throws out the shield, try and keep Nolty alive. And MNM will lose 2 members. This might be XL's opening to get onto this Baron.
Yeah, they do have Only Angel contesting the boss side of the map. They might want to try a fight for this. Yusa's TPing in. Only Angels is available. The Baron is going down very fast.
I actually would have maybe liked to see Yusa just teleport bot lane and try and get this inhib with Only Angel, but
he's looking
XL do take it down. He's going to take down the mid lane turret. Only Angel didn't have a big enough wave to work with, so he's not even going to be able to crack that turret for himself. He's going to look to take away a few camps, and XL now have Baron for 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, and it's so... we saw how hard it was to deal with the Heimer before. now he has a Baron buff, it's just going to make it almost impossible. They will take this Cloud Dragon as a consolation prize, but it isn't much of one.
Next Drake's a Ocean as well. We haven't had the best RNG in this game for either team. The double Ocean will help with the siege if XL want to pick that up.
This is rough. There's a... Mikhail's picked up by Kasing, so it's even harder to land CC onto anyone from XL. You see a ton of items coming in from Special. And this is the advantage the passive and the Klepto and the global gold has been, is look at the item difference between these mid laners. That is rough.
Special's desperately looking for that big gold card. Finds it onto only Angel, but only Angel's pretty tanky. He's arguably the big win condition at the moment for MNM. Yusa still miles away from being a really impactful Sivir.
I feel like maybe you just go for an engage once they push up to the inhibitor towers. You can defend this one for as long as they can, but eventually it will fall. But the amount of wave play does come out, and Garden actually getting shipped out by the ricochets.
The ricochets are going to do a lot, but the turret will finally go down. Just take XL a minute to get that one outer turret, but Sendo doing his best to take out this bot lane turret. And the Angel now starting to feel a little bit more weaker into this Gangplank, who's finished up the Executioner's Calling and that Sterix Gauge.
Yeah, a lot of difficult options for only Angel and Saatrox. Looks like they're just going to hold off for now, not going to be forced to take an engage, and the reset comes in. They managed to get those 2 inner towers, and now XL are looking at that top lane tower. The last one outside of their base available. They're just picking up as much gold as possible, and already 9,000 ahead.
Sendo consistently pushing in. He's just hit level 16 as well, so that's a max upgraded Cannon Barrage. I believe he's only got one of the upgrades at the moment, but he's got to be close at this point in the game to get in the second one. Most people go for the extra cannons first and then Death's Daughter, which I believe is what Sendo has done so far.
Good chip damage coming out on him, but it's not going to do much. The tower will go down, and this 1-3-1 is devastating from XL.
They look for the binding, not going to find it. That's a lot of damage onto Shogun. Destiny gets used as well. Special does have the gold card ready to go, but he's not going to go completely for the kill as Nulty takes a big chunk of damage. Redemption used to just keep MNM alive for this siege. They've got to buy 30 seconds. They clear out that cannon minion.
Got it in the end. I want MNM to find an engage. I want them to look for it, but right now they're just forced on the towers and they're not even getting any opportunity. XL are constantly pushing them in. Their control is excellent here. They do manage to get that top lane inhibitor tower. Nulty, what are you doing?
Nulty is just going to be picked off. He goes up with the repel. Comes Golden for the moment, but that is not going to keep him alive for long. Hyanan secures the kill. Nulty, once again, just gets caught out in a really weird position.
No reason for you to be there. No reason for you to be in melee range of the minions trying to clear them out. Feels like he almost gave up at that point. And XL are going to continue taking objectives, continue destroying the base of MNM.
Well, looks like they're going to group up here into this next part of the base. Only Angel tries to defend. Inhibitors down in the top lane. That's going to be a barrel to the head and the golden card. Cannon Barrage is used. Only Angel Umbral dashes and uses the ulti to try and stay alive. Does get rooted up by one. The E slows them down, but now they're looking to change their attention towards Sykes, towards Shogun, towards Yusa. That's going to be a final spark to try and secure the kill, but Yusa is going to go down. Taxa goes golden.
They might turn around
the knock-up, and Nulty actually turns it around, finds one. Sendo goes golden from the tower shot. Not going to get himself out quite yet. The repel is there, but the final chapter has been written. It's absolutely perfect for XL, as they're not able to find too many more kills, but a big team fight win there for XL.
Yeah, looked like it was going to be a little bit shaky there for XL, but they managed to find the momentum again. That Yumi Heimer, so devastating. Nulty needs to be careful again. He is almost useless right now.
He is just getting taken out one after the other, and Sendo has got the barrels to fight Shogun. Sykes is going to fall here. It's a double kill for Sendo. We had questions coming into the split about this man, but he has put an absolute gangplank clinic on. He's going to go up in the moment for try and get Nulty, who goes golden. They finally kill onto the Yuumi, and Yusa is going to force out the GA. Taxa is low, but the minions are onto the Nexus. Yusa flashes over the rockets, but Taxa is closing out the game. XL absolutely annihilate MNM.
Yeah, and that Hyman pick coming in huge. It felt like there was nothing that MNM could do in the bot lane, and that pressure just continued for the whole game. I don't think we're going to see Hyun and Timer again in the UK.
I said Yasuo is going to be banned. Heimerdinger is now going to be banned. We are not going to see either of those two picks.
That was enough. Never again.
Man, that was nasty. It was so oppressive. It was just so oppressive. What could you used to do?
Especially pair with the Yuumi. It just felt like there was a 100% reliable poke. It was almost impossible to dodge away from the trial and projectile, and then the shove was just consistent. It was not fun.
I tell you what is fun though. The next match is going to be Diabolus versus XL in our finals, and then after that we'll have our tower challenge between either XL or Diabolus taking on Fnatic Rising, who we haven't seen yet in the UK League Championship. They've been off for the break with everyone else. They've made a few changes here and there. I'm so excited to see this next game.
Absolutely, it's going to be a close one. We've seen Diabolus exceeding expectations, coming out to a pretty strong point, getting the finals in the first week, despite having this full new roster. And XL, they came from a rough last season. They want revenge.
This is what a great curve we've ended out now with. So, I mean, team who came second in the split, the team who arguably everyone thought would come second in the split,
yeah,
will now be facing off in the first game of the Summer Championship. So, man, I just want to get this break over with. I just want to get into the game. So we're going to cut to a quick break, and when we're back, we'll be back with Diabolus versus XL. This is going to be a doozy. You don't want to miss it, so we'll see you in a second.
See ya.